Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Kay, and in today's video we're going to be looking at my empties for the month of March. So if you're not sure what an empties video is, it's basically where people sit on camera and talk about all of the beauty products that they've used up. And I really like to do these videos. I like watching them as well. I just find that it's a really sort of nice, concise way to get someone's opinion on certain products because they've used them up, so they know exactly what they think about them. So as I said, I like watching them and I really like to film them, so I hope you guys enjoy watching this as much as I enjoy making it. So with that being said, let's start with the first item. So I'm not going to talk about these in any particular order. I'm just going to take them out and talk about them as they come out of the basket. I do have a few items in here this month, so let's just go ahead and start with the first product. I might as well start with masks. If you are new here, I usually have quite a few masks in here and I usually say very similar things about all of them, but this month I think I've only got one. I didn't use a lot of masks in March. I don't know why, but apparently I just used one. Okay, so this is from the brand Beauty Pro, and you can't see that because I've ripped off the top. But it's the Natura Herb Infused Sheet Mask, Blemish Control and Rebalances Complexion. So I remember when I used this, I'd had a few little sort of spots pop up sort of around my nose and sort of top lip area. So to combat that, I usually use some sort of mask. And this was my mask of choice for March. Let's just say, because I think I remember, it smelled of rosemary, I think. Yeah, lavender flavour water, rosemary leaf extract, chamomile flower extract, glycerin, lavender oil and some Rosa Canina fruit extract, but that's right down at the bottom. So there's some okay ingredients in here, but the lavender oil obviously can be a bit of an irritant to some people. I don't have that problem, so for me this product was okay. It did smell quite a lot of like you could definitely smell that there was lavender in it. You could definitely smell that there was rosemary in it. I quite enjoyed the smell, which was a bit of a surprise because some lavender scented things I tend to find they're a bit too much and I don't enjoy them all that much. But this was okay, which considering there's 2 lavender ingredients in here is a bit of a surprise. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I actually really enjoyed using the mask as well. It felt really soothing, and the serum, there was a lot of it, so if I'd have wanted to, I could have sort of dipped into this over a period of several days to sort of use the serum, but I only really needed to use it for the sheet mask, so it did sort of spill out all over the back of this, I can see, which is a bit gross, but it's sheet masks, it's what happens. So yeah, really enjoyed it, and I would actually probably repurchase one of these just so that I'd got one in my stash in case I needed it again. So yeah, that was definitely a good one. Okay, so next we've got a shampoo. So it's the Hask Moisture Rich Shampoo, and the fragrance was Orchid and White Truffle. I do have the conditioner that goes with this as well. There's literally only like a use or 2 left in it, so I'm going to talk about it now, and then when I've finished it I can just get rid of the bottle, but it isn't quite finished technically just yet, but it definitely will be. I've already bought replacements for these. I really like the fragrance. It's kind of like a musky, florally scent is the best way I can think of to describe it. Really enjoy the way it feels in my hair. It's probably the first shampoo and conditioner set that I've repurchased, to be honest. I find that quite a lot of shampoos don't suit my hair in one way or another. Like initially they might feel okay, but then over time I'm like, oh, this actually isn't right. Either it's too moisturising, makes my hair feel greasy and heavy. It's quite thick. Sometimes it's not moisturising enough, and then I sort of get dry, coarse bits just sticking out at all angles. And this sort of seemed to tame it a little bit. It's not perfect, but it's definitely the best I've come across so far. And in lieu of being able to sort of shop around a lot at the moment to be able to look for something that works better, this is kind of doing the job, and it's doing the job sort of to a point where I'm happy. I'm okay with it. So I did repurchase these, and I do quite like the fragrance as well, so it's a bit of a bonus. So that was those. Next we've got this large tub. So it's the Ritual of Sakura, and it's the Magic Touch body cream. So a little while ago I sort of got a few items from this range. So I bought this, I'd got a hand cream from a subscription box. I think I picked up a shower oil, and I think I bought a hand cream as well. So I've got a hand cream in a pump. So really love the fragrance of this. It's just, it's light, it's delicate, it's floral, it's feminine, it just smells like spring, to be honest. But I've just used this since I had it, probably late last year, so it would have been sort of autumn winter time. I like it. It's not my overall favourite moisturiser. Most of you that have been with me for a while will know that my favourite is the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Boom Boom Cream, but this is a bit cheaper, and it is nice. The texture and the consistency of it's quite nice. It's not as thick as the Boom Boom Cream. So yeah, overall I really quite like it. Would I repurchase it? Yeah, I think I probably would, to be honest. It's quite nice. It's not as expensive as the Bum Bum Cream, so that's a bonus. I don't need to repurchase it at the moment though. I've got a couple of tubes that I've had from subscription boxes or like freebie goodie bag type things, so I'm good for a while. And just in case I forgot to mention, the fragrance on this is organic rice milk and cherry blossom. So that's that. Okay, so next is something that I actually finished as part of my project pan last month, and it's the EOS lip balm. I don't know what fragrance or flavour this was. It was on the card it came on, and once that had gone, the name of it went with it. So I think it was some sort of coconut flavour, but I can't be sure. As you can see, there's still a little bit of product left in there, but I don't know if you can also see that it sort of goes into a well underneath this little grid thing, so it's a bit of a pain in the neck to try and retrieve, and quite frankly I don't like the product enough to put that much effort in. It was good, it did its job, but it's not my favourite lip balm. So once I'd got to this point, I was like, do you know what, I'm done. So I called it a day as part of my project pan, and I called it a day in general. So this is empty as far as I'm concerned. So that was that. Next we've got something from Molten Brown, which you might find it difficult to see with it being clear and that light shining on it, but it's the Fiery Pink Pepper Bath and Shower Gel. So I think I got this in my one of my advent calendars. Can't remember which one. It was either Glossy Box or Look Fantastic, because they were the two I had. It's not my favourite fragrance. It's nice, but it's just not me. So it's very spicy, obviously, fiery pink pepper, and it does smell very spicy, and I prefer my scents to be a little bit more sort of feminine and floral. So it just wasn't my favourite fragrance, but I did use it, I did finish it up, and it was alright. It was a bath and shower gel. It did its job, it got me clean. My only issue with it is the scent, so wouldn't repurchase this, but only because of the scent. Okay, so I'm going to do both of these together. This is a little bit of a spoiler alert for my project pan. So I've got my Hourglass Caution Extreme Lash Mascara, and I've got the Nars Climax Mascara. So these are both mini sizes. They were part of my project pan. I was trying to use them up. Technically they're not empty, but they just got too sort of dry for me to use. About a week after I did my last project pan update, I noticed that the Hourglass one just wasn't going on as well as it should be. I was sort of finding it difficult to get it from brush to lash. And then a few days after I put this in the basket, this one started to do the same thing. So I've actually got another one of these, and I think that's probably going to be in about the same state. But as it stands, I know this one's done, so this one's in here now. So I like them. They're my favourite mascaras. I like them both for different reasons. I like this one for lengthening. I like this one for volumizing. If I want the two together at any point, I literally just layer one over the other. Usually the Hourglass goes on first, and then I volumise with the Nars. So definitely would buy them again. I do actually have a full size of this one, of the Nars, but I do need to buy another one of these, and I probably will at some point. So that's those. So next we've got this, and it's the Intelligent Nutrients Plant Stem Cell Science Refining Micropolish. So this was nice. It was very moisturising. I really loved how moisturising this was, but as far as exfoliating goes, it was too gentle for me. So I don't think I've got an ingredients list on this, so I can't tell you for sure, but I think it was like those little jojoba esters. I could be wrong though. I'll have to double check. But yeah, they were just really too gentle on my skin. I like something a little bit more vigorous. This just didn't cut it for me, but it was definitely moisturising. So I think I had it in one of my FabFitFun boxes. So as for repurchasing, I'm not sure whether I'd actually be able to, or how easy it would be for me to do that. But I don't think I would anyway, just because, as I said, it just wasn't really the exfoliating product that I typically enjoy. So that's that one. So next we've got a hand cream. Ooh. So it's the Polaar. Oh, and excuse this as well, I'll explain what this mark is here. But it's the Polaar, the Genuine Lapland Cream, hand cream with 3 Arctic berries. So I think I had this in one of my subscription boxes around about winter time. It was really nice. I actually slipped this into my pocket for taking with me to work. It was a really nice little size for me to be able to do that. And if I felt like I needed a bit of moisturisation, which is quite often, then I just pulled this out and used it. But in my job, I don't get a lot of opportunity for doing things like that, so that's why it took me so long to use it. And it's also the reason why I've got this little mark here. It's where a biro exploded in that pocket. So over the next few months, there's probably going to be a couple of items that sort of happened to. But yeah, as hand creams go, it was alright. It wasn't my favourite though, and sort of using it during the day, if I needed to do anything straight away, it was a bit awkward because it does leave you with that sort of greasy sort of texture, so your hands just sort of slip and slide all over everything. Quite like the fragrance of it. It wasn't too strong, it wasn't too overpowering, but it was a bit greasy. So as a day hand cream, I probably wouldn't repurchase this again, and I don't think it's quite strong enough for a night cream, but it wasn't bad. It's just not sort of the perfect sort of hand cream for me, so that's that one. We'll get this one out of the way. So this is a little sample of the Sol de Janeiro Coco Cabana cream. So as I mentioned earlier with the Rituals moisturiser, my favourite moisturiser is the Brazilian Bum Bum Cream from the same brand, and I saw a sample of this on Feel Unique and thought it's an ideal way for me to try a different sort of range from them. I'd heard the fragrance of this was quite nice, and I thought if it's anything like the Bum Bum Cream, I'm going to love it. Got the sample, I opened it up, took a sniff and went, oh, that does smell really nice. And it did, it smelled amazing. Did smell a little bit like buttered popcorn, which some people might not enjoy. And I know once I mentioned it to my mum, she went, oh, I've kind of gone off it a bit now you've said that, because all she could smell then was the butter. I apologise if I've just done that to anybody else, but that's just what I think. I actually didn't mind that. What I did mind was that it didn't smell that way once I applied it to my body. The best way I can think of to describe it is like a dentist's office. Just surgical, latexy, chemically, just awful. And I had slathered this all over me as much as this tiny little sample would allow. And I was going to work. And I didn't have time to get showered and shower it off. I just had to spray myself as liberally as possible with perfume as I could and hope that it sort of dissipated. It didn't. Throughout the whole day, every now and then I'd get a waft of it and it just made me feel a bit sick. So in the little carton, it smells amazing. On me, not so much. Definitely will not be purchasing a full size version of this, which is a little bit sad, but I still have the Bum Bum Cream. Okay, so next we've got this. So it was a lip scrub from Sara Happ. I had this as an add-on with one of my FabFitFun boxes. This was in the fragrance or flavour pumpkin spice latte. I thought that sounded amazing, so I thought I'd give it a go, and I've clearly used it all. I wasn't actually overly impressed with this. So it sort of smelled quite nice in the pot. The smell wasn't quite as good as soon as you took it out of the pot, and in terms of its exfoliating properties, it just wasn't that great. There was enough oil in there that it moisturised your lips, so that was really nice, but it just didn't feel rough enough for me anyway. So no, I won't repurchase another one of these. It was unfortunate, but at least now I know. Next we've got this tiny little vial here. So this is from Effect and it's the EGF Serum. I do have another little one of these, the same size actually, that I got in one of the advent calendars. This one I think I had as a freebie in something, or did it come in a box? I think it might have come, actually yeah, I think it came in a subscription box. I get so many random little things in random little places at the moment, I lose track. But I decided I'd give this a go. I finished off my Bakuchiol serum in February, so I thought I'd give this a go in March. Didn't last very long, clearly. It's tiny. I quite liked it. It's super expensive, so no, I will not be buying another one. It felt quite thick. So as you were putting it on the skin, it did feel like it was quite a thick sort of consistency. And as I said, it didn't last very long, but it did feel quite nice on the skin, and the following morning my skin did feel quite moisturised, and I wouldn't say it plumped, which is one of the things it's supposed to do, but my skin definitely felt a little bit more soft. So it was really nice, and I'm actually using a Revolution version of an EGF serum now. It's not quite as thick in texture as this is, so they are completely different products. But yeah, this was nice. But as I said, it's expensive. Won't be repurchasing. I'll just use the other little one that I've got and move on with my life. But I wouldn't be unhappy if I was to receive another one from somewhere, so there is that. And the last thing I've got is this. So I'm probably about to really butcher the names here and I'm really sorry, but it's from Marlin and Gertz, I think, and it's the Revitalizing Eye Cream. So again, it was a sample in a goodie bag or something. I'm not sure where I got this from, but I really enjoyed this. Really liked it. Doesn't have a fragrance or anything like that. The texture of it, it was not so thick that you felt like it wasn't really absorbing anywhere, but it wasn't so thin that it was sort of going everywhere and not really having any effect. So I probably would look at repurchasing this again. I do have a few eye creams sort of in my stash at the moment, so I probably won't need to for a while, but so far this has probably been the best eye cream that I've tried. Hi, so editing me here. I just realised I totally forgot to mention a product. So it was one that I talked about in my beauty purchases video on Monday. Yeah, Monday. And I sort of told everyone that I would talk about it in this video and then totally forgot. So it was in my beauty purchases basket. Talked about it in that video, forgot to move it into my empties basket, so here we are. So the product I'm talking about is this. So it's the unicorn hair from Lime Crime, and this one is in the shade Chocolate Cherry. So I did use it. What do I think of it? I have mixed feelings about this product. Full disclaimer, I did not apply this the way the instructions told me to, so part of the problems I had with this, totally my fault, but I still think that there are issues with this in spite of all of that. Application instructions told me to apply it with a brush, I didn't have a brush. Told me to apply it with gloves, I did have gloves. Told me to try and keep it off my scalp. I don't dye my hair very often, so somebody please fill me in on how I'm supposed to do that, because I don't know. And I ended up with this stuff everywhere. I sent a photo to my mum. I will insert it somewhere so that you can see the mess I made of myself when I applied this. It said leave it on for, I think it was half an hour, but you could leave it on for up to 2 hours to get the colour vibrancy. So I did do a patch test to make sure I wasn't allergic. I did a strand test as well, and I sort of looked at it afterwards and I thought, it doesn't look very bright, which, you know, it does say on the back the different colours that it would be suitable for. And my hair isn't really light brown, it's a bit darker than that. But at the same time, I was sort of hoping for a little bit more colour than it gave me after an hour. So I actually left it on for the full 2 hours. So again, the issues I had afterwards, probably my fault. And then it said, rinse it out, but don't worry if the colour doesn't run clear. Which other colourants I've used before have said, make sure the water runs clear. So that kind of made me a bit nervous, because if the water doesn't have to run clear, then what if it rains? I live in the UK. It's going to rain. So I thought, I'm just going to try it anyway. So I did. And yeah, the water didn't run clear. And my scalp got stained. And it took 4 washes before I was happy that my scalp didn't have pink splotches all over it. And then it took another, I think, 6 washes after that, over a period of a couple of weeks, before the water actually started to run, not clear, but just a tinge of pink. But the other thing about this is it doesn't last. So again, I'm not really using any special sort of hair colourant shampoos and conditioners or anything like that. So again, might be my fault, but I just feel that it sort of started to disappear quite rapidly, and part of that is because every time I washed my hair the colour was literally washing away with it. And again, I've got another photo that I'll insert where you can see, I think this was after the second wash after I'd applied it, and it was still running that pink when I washed my hair. This was just too much effort. Not overly impressed with the results. Yeah, I don't think this is something that I will be repurchasing. And that's that. So I'll let you get back to the end part of this video now. Bye. So that brings us to the end of my empties. So now it's over to you guys. Is there anything I've talked about today that you've tried? Do you maybe have a different opinion to me on a few things? Maybe there's something in here that you've tried and liked that I didn't, or vice versa. Just let me know in the comments down below. I always like to hear other people's thoughts and opinions. And that's it then, guys. So as always, if you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay home if you can, and I will see you all again in another video very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.